Welcome back, first timers, but if you're new here, I'm David, and this is Terry.
We're the first timers. We're trying things for the first time, and you can too.
And in today's episode, we're taking you on a haunted tour of one of the oldest and most haunted buildings in all of Pensacola, Florida.
I just got chills.
So did I, actually. The tour begins in downtown Pensacola at the world-famous Seville Quarter. It's put on by Second Sight Paranormal and costs $50 per person, but you do receive a $12 food voucher to be used at Apple Annie's. Seville Quarter is 7 different bars all under one roof, and was formerly the Pensacola Cigar and Tobacco Company, but was purchased in 1967 by Robert Snow when he opened Rosie O'Grady's, which is still part of the Seville Quarter today. To start the tour, we all meet in Apple Annie's, where we're given a rundown about the entire tour.
I actually do have a television show, and we will give you the information if you want to check us out. We have a full season, a movie, and a documentary that you can check out. We actually stream in 117 different countries. Yay, us. We brought all of our ghost hunting equipment for you to use tonight to find the spirits that haunt Seville. So I think I'm going to move to our first location that we'll go to, and I'll kind of finish up in there.
We got our introduction to the tour. We're now in Phineas Phogg's, and Phineas Phogg's holds the dance floor for Seville Quarter.
We get a great in-depth background of the building, but of note, from the late 1800s all the way until 1941.
The upstairs, which is now the administrative offices of Seville, upstairs actually used to be a brothel, because all of this down here was the red light district. As we know, crime always finds a way. So we don't think it stopped, we just think it kind of went underground.
Following the history, we were actually introduced to the owner and psychic medium, who then allowed us to explore around Phineas Phogg's to get a feel of the area and to see if we could feel any type of paranormal activity. But at this point, we're still not using the ghost hunting equipment or any of the sensors, but we're going to get to those here shortly.
And in this room, there often is spirit activity, so we're just lurking around trying to find them. It feels weird right here, like super cold, for no reason at all.
As we've been exploring this first room, it's kind of just a feeling out process right now, but we've hit some spots where we definitely felt a little something, and the camera keeps
acting funny.
And then I was just having some issues with filming, so I don't know, too early to tell, but we are just having slight technical difficulties with this camera right now, so bear with us. We then got a nice tour of all the different bars and areas of the Seville Quarter before heading over to Rosie O'Grady's, where we get our first introduction to the technology and equipment used for ghost hunting. We get a rundown of how to use each one of these pieces of equipment, and we're free to use any of them, and we can mix and match to try and get some type of reading or capture some activity of the paranormal nature.
So basically what this is a electromagnetic field detector. It's basically energy. It detects energy. This is called a REM pod. A REM pod is not a walk around object, so this is going to be something where you set it down. Basically, if a spirit, an energy body that's lost its flesh suit, is just an energy body floating around, were to come in contact with this or us, it'll do this. It'll make noises. Not hard to decipher what this is. These are thermometers, and you can also use these two to kind of get temperature readings. We have different types of K2 meters. We'll have these available for you to use. This is one, the regular K2 meter. What these normally do is they're going to have a reading of green to again tell you that it's on. Any kind of communication with spirit will make the colors fluctuate. We have a spirit box radio for you to use also. I'm a medium. I talk to dead people. I see dead people. I've done it all my life, but I'm a skeptic. When you call me and say my house is haunted, I'm very skeptical of you until I remote view your house and start walking around and telling you what color your furniture is and how many bedrooms you have, etc. And then I might say, okay, yeah, your house has got activity or something. But usually I'm pretty skeptical. I think everybody on our team is pretty skeptical.
We were then told about a lot of the different paranormal activity that has been witnessed or recorded here at Seville Quarter, but then we also got the history of some of the people that have passed away here. And I don't want to spoil any of that for you when you come out here, but definitely some tragic deaths and some interesting stories.
I actually have got photos of people with spirits. Just recently, last week, in the bathroom, there was a full-blown apparition right in front of this lady.
At this point, we were up and running. We had our sensors, we had our equipment, and it was time to see if we can find any disturbances or paranormal activity. Here I'm using a thermal camera to see if there's any changes in temperature, but then we're also going to use the spirit box, which is supposed to be able to allow us to communicate with spirits.
So they have all sorts of ghost hunting items that you can use. You've got these little energy meters that tell you if there's a spirit around. There's a thermal camera, there's thermometers. They have a tripwire set up on the stairs with lights that will change color if a spirit moves past, which happened while they were talking. They have a scanner that scans for spirits, and if you ask questions, sometimes the scanner will pick up the spirit and they'll answer your questions. Hi, Wesley. Are you here? Can you hear? Are you lonely? Wesley, do you want me to go away? Wesley, do you want David to go away so we can talk? It turned off.
This is the cooler where Wesley died. It is the original cooler to Rosie's.
We also went into the cooler where Wesley died, and on the way out, David won't admit it, but something grabbed him around the waist.
At this point, I'm just trying to play it cool, but now it's time for us to pick up artifacts to try and rile up the spirits of dead children that are in the room upstairs.
What did you see on the thermal
And those
camera?
are available for you to use while you're up here.
2 small children, one on each side. There you go.
I didn't even need your doll.
That's what you saw on the thermal camera?
Yeah.
I heard a voice in my left ear.
This is her doll, but we didn't even need it.
Oh my god. Yeah, it was kids whispering. Okay. There's a big one right there's some like a large actually. It looks like 3.
This is where you can have a seat any place in here.
That's good.
Okay, let's try something. Okay, we're going to focus on children first, and we're going to go around the. Well, maybe not. Okay, what they did basically was turned it off. All right, who wants to start? We're going to talk to the children then. Kind of think about what it was like to be in a brothel and being here as a child. We get good responses with toys that they would have played with, food that they would have eaten, the water, because you remember that, you know, we're a water town, so they would have played with the water. All kinds of questions you want to ask. And if you want to ask how many are in here, a lot of times they will light up the amount of K2 meters that will show. And then if we don't get a response, we'll go to the women, because that gets interesting.
Were you happy as a child here?
You're recording, right?
Did the other children tease you because you lived in this house?
Let's flip it to the ladies. That's what it's about. Are you crushing on some of these guys in here? I would get a shot of the hallway, the tripwires going off.
The tripwires in the hallway just started going crazy, so I went out there to take a look, but then Terry and I were also given an opportunity to go a little bit behind the scenes and check out another couple hot spots.
No go? No go.
Oh, good. I got chills.
You
I
want your K2 meter?
Yeah, I got chills. Hello? Hello? Do you like being here? Are you here?
When Terry and I got back from our ghost hunting side quest, the medium was in the middle of doing readings of everybody that was in attendance in the tour. Now, we did record the whole thing, and she nailed some of the things eerily well, but out of respect for each one of these people's stories, backgrounds, and personal information, I'm not going to be sharing their story because some of it was extremely personal and there was a lot of emotional reaction to some of the things that she was able to uncover. So we will share the stuff from our reading, but we're gonna let the other people keep their stories to themselves.
Okay, so this is so crazy. They threw the cat at her, then they threw the cat over there, between you two. But I'm gonna give it to you, okay? But remember I said with her, it's not your cat, it's a joke like you hit the cat. So if you ran over a cat, you know about it?
No.
Okay, well, I don't know. Well, dang! Somebody telling them, y'all. But anyway, so. Oh, wow, your house is loud, dude. Your house is haunted, honey. Did you know that already?
We thought it was.
It is.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna go in it right quick because it's fun. Okay. Do you have any, you know how we came up that rail, the stairs? Is there anything raily in your house, like where I can touch it? Like I'm walking up something, like even in the garage, like there's some kind of rail.
There's steps that go up to the attic.
That's where I am. Okay, thank you. I'm gonna separate your house in half, left and right, okay? Left and right. I'm gonna go inside. So is there like a garage over here or some other kind of?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, there's a separate building outside, like a shed or something else?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm in the shed now. Don't know why. I'm going through the garage. There's a hallway. I almost feel like laundry or something could be here.
Mm-hmm.
There's a room right there that I want to go in.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then there's another room here. Okay, and for some reason I can't see a kitchen or anything, so I don't know what that's about.
Yeah.
I can go through big doors, like, I don't know if it's slide glass, French doors to go outside.
Mm-hmm.
That's where the dead cat is, over there. Okay, there might be water over there in the backyard, like a pool or some other kind of thing.
Yep.
And there are bones over here. Oh, shit. But they're not animal bones, okay? So you have an active haunting. Not bad though. Even though it appears as a shadow, it's not a evil haunting. It's, as Wesley appears as Slender Man because he's very tall and we sometimes see shadows as shadows, It doesn't necessarily mean that they're evil. We just don't understand how the dead appear to us, okay? Protective, not evil. Okay? All right, guys, I'm going to walk you a couple other places, the stairs and over here to Tim's office, and then we're going to parade you downstairs and feed you guys. Y'all get a $12 voucher toward the menu. Stay seated because I can only take a couple at a time, okay? Meanwhile, while you're in here, please note that we have this wonderful Harry Potter Beauty and the Beast.
All right, so we've gone through the tour. We used the different devices that they had to provide us. They gave us the instructions. We got to go into some of the dark underbelly of the building, but then we went upstairs and we actually did around the table kind of a reading, so to speak. I don't know if that's the actual term, but the tour guide went around and talked to each person and kind of brought up some facts or feelings or people related to them and situations pertaining to them, and there was a lot of them that were really right on.
Yeah.
But the one that really shook us the most was she described our house. She confirmed a concern that we've had that our house was haunted. And we've thought that since we moved in, since we went to the Kina house, which it was a haunted house here in Pensacola. And if you haven't seen that video, we'll link that one right here. And that's kind of what prompted us to come to this, go on a ghost tour, just because we were kind of interested. The things that she brought up in the reading were spot on in terms of our house, our life, and our concerns about the house. I don't know if we're gonna start digging in the area of our backyard that has us concerned, but I'm sure if we do, we'll let you know. But right now, we're gonna go back downstairs, and the last part of this tour, you get a $12 voucher for food at the restaurant downstairs. So we're gonna probably take a deep breath,
Still shaking.
relax, kind of calm down, and then have something to eat, because I think both of us are a little on edge right now. So we'll see you downstairs. Well, we got down here for dinner, and I think we just need a little bit more time to process what we just went through.
Yeah.
So we're not going to bore you with us eating food and talking about it. We're probably just going to take a little downtime, think about what we saw and heard and felt, and head on home. So if you like this video, check out this video here where we did a tour of Pensacola, and we even climbed a haunted lighthouse.
I think everything in Pensacola is haunted.
I'm starting to feel that way too. But thanks again for following along in this episode, and join us next time when we try something else new for the first time.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. First timers.
High five.
So we went in the bathroom, tried to talk to Wesley. Turns out he wanted to talk to me, not to David. We asked him if David should go away, and he pretty much said, yes, please. Most guys don't like David.